I used to wake up every morning feeling empty inside, not sad, not angry, just lost. Like everyone around me knew where they were going in life except me. And the worst part, I pretended everything was okay. But one night, something happened that completely changed the way I saw my life. So if you have ever felt stuck, confused, or emotionally tired, stay until the end of this story. For a long time, I thought my problem was failure. I thought I was not talented enough, smart enough, disciplined enough. Every time I saw other people succeeding, it felt like life forgot about me. I watched people by my age build businesses, find purpose, become confident. Meanwhile, I was stuck inside the same cycle every day. Wake up, overthinking, compare myself to others, lose motivation, sleep disappointed, and slowly that feeling started destroying me from the inside. Because when you feel lost for too long, you begin to question your value. One evening, after another exhausting day of pretending to be okay, I decided to leave my house and walk alone. The village was quiet. Most people were already asleep. The cold night breeze moved softly through the empty road, and for the first time in a long time, everything around me felt silent. No noise, no pressure, no fake smile, just me and my thoughts. As I walked towards the edge of the village, I noticed an old man sitting beside a small lantern near the riverside. He looked calm, peaceful, like someone who had already fought many battles in life. I tried to walk past him quietly, but before I could leave, he spoke. "You look tired," he said. "Not physical tired, soul tired." Those words stopped me immediately because nobody had ever described what I was feeling so perfectly before. I sat beside him silently for a while. Neither of us spoke. Then finally, I asked him the question I had been carrying for years. "How do you stop feeling lost in life?" The old man smiled gently, then pointed towards the river. "Do you see that water?" he asked. I nodded. The river does not panic because it has not reached the ocean yet. It keeps moving. Even when the path is unclear, I stared at the water quietly, and he continued speaking. "Most people suffer because they believe they must have their entire life figured out immediately. But life does not work that way. Clarity comes from movement, not overthinking." That sentence hit me deeply because for years I had been waiting to feel confident before starting, waiting to feel ready before taking action, waiting for motivation before changing my life. But while I waited, life kept moving without me. The old man looked directly at me. "You are not lost because you are failing," he said. "You are lost because you stopped moving." And suddenly, everything made sense. I realized something painful that night. I spent so much time thinking about the life I wanted that I forgot to actually live. I was trapped inside my own mindset, overthinking every decision, doubting every step, fearful of failure, fearful of judgment. And without realizing it, I became emotional stuck. That night changed everything. Not because my problem disappeared, but because I finally understood something powerful. Nobody finds themselves by waiting. You find yourself through action, through mistakes, through failure, through experience, through growth. So the next morning, I made a promise to myself. I stopped waiting to become perfect. I stopped comparing my journey to everyone else. And little by little, I started rebuilding my life. Slowly, nothing dramatically, but consistently. Some days were still hard, some days I still felt confused, but I was not emotionally trapped anymore because now I was moving forward, and sometimes that is all you need. If you feel lost right now, listen carefully. You do not need to have your whole life figured out today. You just need to take the next step, even a small one, because people who keep moving eventually discover who they are becoming. Remember this: the river reached the ocean not because it knows the way, but because it keeps flowing. If this story spoke to you, comment "keep moving" below. Subscribe to the Broken Hero because some lessons don't just motivate you, they transform you.